Alrighty, folks, we've got some open doubles action for you here now. We're in the second, I believe, third round here. Tracy McMillin, Dave Gummeson on the left-hand side. Kind of the old guard here versus the up-and-comings. Stefan Burmetler and his brother, Daniel Burmetler. Stefan, of course, put on a show earlier this year in Dallas. Get a look at him now with those amazing mechanics that he has. 1-0.
He has a roller and a pull shot, and I got to tell you, I'm glad to see he's shooting a pull shot. It is nasty. It is dirty.
It is. We talk about mechanics a lot, especially when you get started young. It becomes an extension of yourself, the table. And you see that. You see that in players like San Dijon, and you see that in Stefan. It's just incredible to watch him play. But then you have in Gummeson and McMillin decades and decades of experience between the two of them. World championship team themselves. Know how to work within the margins.
Sometimes a little outside. Get your stopwatch out on Dave for some of these shots. Because if there's not a clock on the game, it's 15-ish. And if you don't like it, get a rev. Sometimes that's how the game is. You know.
Good thing I didn't just say McMillin, one of the best shooting goalies of all time.
But you thought it.
But I thought it. Owe him a Coke later.
Slingshot early in the match.
Burmetler, pull shot.
Yeah.
Do we do a channel prediction? No. But I don't know. But what are your thoughts here? Daniel's a player I've not seen play, so to me he's the unknown here.
Well, we heard from Tony at the beginning of the weekend talking about the Burmetler brothers, and of course, anybody watching back in May saw Stefan's performance there, and I wouldn't say knows what to expect, but definitely knows what he's capable of. And Daniel is also a beast. According to Tony, he's very good on several tables, and especially in this case on Tornado. They got game. They're a threat. This is, if you look at history, it's not that hard to pick, but we're just playing this match here today, and I couldn't tell you who to put your money on.
Caught him on the reverse.
Ready?
You're going to see a smile out of Stefan pretty much every time something happens on the table. If he scores, if he gets scored on, if he turns over something, he's a smiley one.
He is, and he's one actually right before this match started. Beautiful mechanics there on the rollover as well. As this match begins to unfold, and we get a better look at what Stefan and Daniel can do, but. I went down there to ask him how to pronounce his name. I just like to make sure that I have that right.
Yep.
When you meet somebody for the first time and you can immediately just tell they're just a good person.
Oh, yeah.
That's him. Like, he's just like smiled and said, hi, I've never met you before. Answered it and was like, wow, this is a cool dude.
It sounded like Mitch Hedberg, the way he delivered that. He had a joke. You're a really cool dude.
Yeah. 2-2 in this 3 out of 5. Overtime in the 5th. That trickles in. Very frustrated with himself there.
Ready? Ready.
And it is Stefan. Yeah?
Yeah. Might have been a case to be made there for a jar, but nobody said anything. Well, he said Stefan. Now, maybe he was being kind to me because he knew.
Well, let me ask you this:
something.
Did you say, "Is it Stefan?" And he said, "Yeah," or did you say, "How do you pronounce your name?" And then he said, "Stefan."
How do you pronounce your name?
Okay, there you go.
That's a really subtle distinction, though, Clay.
Yeah.
The difference between just asking a question and leading the witness.
Yep. Yeah. Not my first rodeo in court.
3-2 in favor of the grizzled, gnarled veterans, Gummeson and McMillin. They are neither grizzled nor gnarled,
They are veterans
but they are veterans.
here on this Labor Day weekend. I don't have the smoothest segues in foosball.
I got a cramp hearing that. That's funny to me. 3-2.
And he was just right there too. We had you're looking at the stopwatch, so that's what I'm assuming that's what you were giggling at.
I'm giggling at Clay. Busted out the stopwatch. It was almost 14 seconds
Yeah,
there.
right at 14. I started it like a half second late.
Yeah.
This is a team that I think would have worn the player mics, and it just did not cross my mind to ask them. But this is a conversation that should be before the match. We should go down there and ask. I will do that. I might need some help remembering.
Okay.
Just totally didn't even enter my brain.
Ready? Yeah, start first. Time.
Gummeson back into play out of the timeout. 3-2 first game. As open doubles just gotten underway in the last hour or so. Here on day number 4 of 6 Tornado Foosball Championships 2024. Smooth pass to Stefan, rollover position. One of the greatest shooting goalies of all time, McMillin, shows us why. 4-2. How far out there? Oh, it's behind. Huh.
Yeah, just squares it off of that short hole.
Beauty. Another opportunity to put this first game away, but opts for a pass. Daniel shows us what he's made of. They pull within one.
Ready? Yeah.
Little slider action.
That just looks like they're talking about breakfast or tea time or the time we playing golf or whatever. Such casual posture. Game of Fortnite. It's cranking 90s. Hit him with the peanut butter edit. That means something to some people.
I know. Pull shot now. So far, we've seen, what, 2 or 3 pull shots, a couple rollovers. Stefan not really settling on any particular option. Beautiful pass by McMillin. Is that by design, Clay?
He's had 9 shots. He's only scored twice. So just finding his way. Game 1.
Defense. Coaxed him into shooting that middle. Convinced him to.
Again.
2 in a row from Daniel. Ties it up in this first game. Wow. Is that one hitting the same spot?
No, split him.
Split him. Wow.
They were down 4-2 in this game, too.
Stefan calls his final timeout after chatting over in the corner in a convivial, jovial nature.
Convivial?
Convivial.
Isn't that Uncle Phil's wife?
This is Vivian.
Oh, okay. That was close. I mean, if it was Wheel of Fortune and I bought a V, I'd get letters both ways. I've never paid for a V.
Oh.
You don't buy consonants, you buy vowels.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was.
I paid per a P where it didn't belong.
Back to this one. Stefan. Pull shot position.
Went off his head. Did you see that?
Yeah. Huh. On the big box, McMillin.
He's still looking at that short hole.
Another opportunity. They are out of timeouts. A push shot.
Wouldn't surprise me if he had one.
Yeah. I have to imagine he can do a little bit of everything. Timeout remaining. He's not going to use it, though. He's going to try to feed it forward.
This is where he hit that short from earlier.
Nope. Wants to bury it. Didn't. Another attempt. And that goes back in. Burmetler's come back from behind to go up 1-0. Looking at the stats. Whoa. Shooting not so hot for either team. I mean, it's really come down. Goalie, Daniel, matter of fact, brought them up. What, they was down 4-2.
Yeah.
And then they got a break. Did that count as a break? Did you call it a break?
At the end? Was it stuff?
Yeah, that was the stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's trying to clear it out of the back, and it was just defensively blocked and went in.
Yep.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
If you're out there in the wild checking out the old modern Foos stream here, and you like what you see, there's a few things that make it happen. And most of those things are Danilo Fattel. I say the accent in the wrong spot. I'm working on it. I'll get there. I'll say the name right. That's also why I say Dan, because I'm a dumb American. I like to make things. I'm not saying Americans are dumb. I'm just saying I am an American, and I'm dumb.
Huh.
Back to you, Adam.
Well, Daniel just scored again from the 2.
That's 3 this match.
Yeah. Really threading the needle. That one had to have gone longer. It wasn't square. It was a long spray. Setting up that pass. Stefan gets it on the 3. Now, this is what I'm kind of curious to see. We know Gummeson, McMillin, how they play. I get the sense that the Burmetlers can be momentum players once they shake out the butterfly, so to speak, that you saw in the first game, in particular the shot selections that Stefan was showing.
Yeah.
If he gets on a tear with his pull shot, or either shot, really, I'm very curious to see how that rolls, how Gummeson and McMillin try to stop it. If we see that momentum, not momentum, but that them just getting on that kind of roll.
Yeah.
Three nothing. You see a switch there and a timeout. Looks like McMillin's going to go up there. Gummeson, of course, can play nets.
Yeah.
McMillin can play forward.
Take another look at that Burmetler pull. Just inside and splits these two guys. Not quite a middle. Oh, he doesn't split them. Dang.
Way behind.
I mean, you look at it in regular speed. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it looks like a split in regular speed. But yeah, love that replay. Again, Dan, thank you. 3-0, a quick 3-0 for the Burmetlers, and we see the Vets immediately call it. There was no question. They just like, we're switching.
Of course.
And that's it. That's a team that's been working together now for decades.
Winning together for decades, too.
Yeah.
Missed that twice. Gummeson sent it right up the lane. Tracy just missed it. It's not super. Wow, what a crap there. It's not super easy to just come from the back, start playing forward. Beautiful pass.
Yeah.
4-1. Ooh, wow. Whoa, Wizard. What's going on back there? Daniel just casting spells, keeping it out of the hole. Incredible.
That is the shot that Stefan hit to beat Tony back in Dallas, where it's on the 2-bar in a pull setup, and he does this little fake hitch into a pull kick that is more like a pull and then bump. It's like a 4-step shot. It is amazing.
And the Burmetlers take that as well to go up 2-0. Alrighty, third game about to be underway. McMillin and Gummeson out of the gates. We're having issues. They did a switch. You kind of got a little bit of life from them there in that second game, but the Burmetlers were not to be trifled with. And put away game number 2. Game number 3, McMillin still up front. Figure there's going to be their makeup for the rest of the match.
Neither side is really doing much from the 3-bar. Tracy and Dave together shooting 4 for 13, which is 31%. Stefan shooting 5 for 16, which is 31%. And low 30s, really anywhere in the 30s. Not usually winning foosball. And the difference here is the 3 shots from Daniel, of course, scoring from the 2-bar. They also have a couple breaks on the right side of the table. They also have a stuff on the right side of the table. They scored everywhere but the 5-bar. The Burmetler brothers. I was going to try to say that without stuttering or stumbling. Couldn't quite pull it off. There it is. They're on the board in all 5. I wonder if he's got an earpiece. Can we get a ruling down there? Can he hear us? And at this point, he's just filling it. I think you're going to see his 3-bar percentage skyrocket. Yeah, maybe some left hooks in there as well.
His body language has changed
a
lot. The way he's hunched over, looks like he's ready to sprint.
Look at this pass. Just drills it right down to that 3-bar, and he just whoop. Piece of cake. Other stuff.
3-1. Timeout called.
Yikes. He got it out there, right? Yeah. Just not budging. And if you're a stat geek, we do have them on the screen sometimes just to follow along with in real time as the game happens. And even if they're not on screen, you can still follow along in real time on your own device. Go to bit.ly/mfstats. And it'll take you there. Thank you, Dan.
Down the middle he went. It is match point now for Stefan and Daniel.
It's been a dominating performance, man.
5-bar defense from Stefan. McMillin finally broke through to the middleman.
Yeah, Stefan has held them to 31% passing from the 5-bar, 8 for 26 combined between Tracy and Gummeson.
Stefan now, full shot position, chance to put this one away. And he does in 3 games. Tracy McMillin and David Gummeson are defeated by Stefan Burmetler and Daniel Burmetler, who move on in the open doubles winner's side.